Hey everybody, welcome to another Photoshop CS6 tutorial. I'm your host, Buddy Blackford, and today we're just going to start opening up Photoshop and going over what you see when you first open it. So let's open up Photoshop, and there are two different types of Photoshop. We've got Photoshop CS6, and that's a 32-bit version, and Photoshop CS6 64-bit version. Now, if your computer is a 64-bit operating system and has over 4 gigs of RAM, you're going to want to use the 64-bit version because it uses 10% more. It's 10% more efficient over at using like the memory storage and all that stuff over the regular 32-bit. Now, sometimes you might get some plugins or something like that for Photoshop that may only work in the 32-bit version, but most of the time you're going to want to use the 64-bit. So just click on that and it'll open up, and I already have Photoshop open. And when it opens up, it'll just be like this right here, and there will be nothing else except for these different panels. And I'm going to go over what the panels are called, and then we'll open up a composition or a new project. So up here in the top, this is our our like options up here. We've got our file, edit, image, layer. Sorry for going so fast through them, but I'll go through those later. We don't have to know everything in those. We've got our options bar underneath, and this displays options for the tool that you have picked. The tools are over here on the left, and if you click on one of the tools, the option bar is going to change to use the tool that you have selected, the different options for that tool. So if I click on some of these, you'll see that it changes. Now, our tools here are what we use to work on a lot of our on like our images and on our design projects and everything. Over here we have our Workspace menu, which is this drop down up here in the top right, and it displays the different options that you have. So this one's the painting menu, and we'll go to essentials, and I'm going to keep it on essentials. You can create your own menu or different types of things based on what you use a lot. On the right we have the panels, and this gives you access to the different Photoshop panels here, and some of them are tabbed. We've got our layers panel that you might be familiar with. This is where all of our layers will be, and then we've got our color, and there's a whole bunch of different panels that we can add by coming up to the window and then clicking on at least one of these. So I'll go to something like properties, and then I'll show that for us up there. Down here at the bottom, let me need to create. I'm going to open up something really quick. Let's go to File, and we'll go to New, and this is how you open up a new project. And it brings up this screen here where you can name it, and we'll just name this First. And there's different presets here for you. So US paper is just like the same as a piece of like printing paper, 8.5 by 11 inches. And then we've got film and video down here, 720 by 480, and then underneath our underneath our preset, we have different other types of presets. So maybe we want to do HDTV, and then I'll change the different pixel dimensions and everything. So you can go up into custom down here at the bottom and enter your own values if you would like. So that's what we got going on there. You can change your background to a color, white or transparent. That's up to you. And then you got your color modes here, and then your bit depth here, which I'll have to go over at another point in time when it will make more sense. Now I wanted to let you know that you could also change it from the unit of measurement that you're most comfortable with. So it's on pixels right now, but you can also do inches, centimeters, and then there's a whole bunch of different other ones that you can use also. I'm most comfortable with pixels because Just reminds me of like a monitor size and then like a TV size. But sometimes if you're working on like you're making a flyer, you want to stick to like the US paper one. So we'll just hit OK on that to just bring up something. And here we go, we've got something, a canvas to actually work on now. Now down here in the bottom left is the zoom size, and you can either type in how much you want to zoom in, and that will be 100%. So you type it in and press enter and you'll be able to zoom in. Now I'm going to go back to what it was so we can actually see. So this is at 25%. Now there is a document window right here, this tab right here, and we can drag that and move that back and forth. If I open up another document, let me open up something I already had made, we can see that we can switch in between these two documents by clicking on these tabs, and we can reorder them. And then to just get them down, you can go File, Close, or you can just click on this X here. So I just click on the X and the other one went away. Now I just want to show you one more thing before we head out from this tutorial. To save it, you click on File and then come down here to Save or Save As, and then you can just save it wherever you would like. The hotkey for that is Control S, and that'll save for you. So thanks for watching this part of the tutorial. It was basically an introduction to what Photoshop has when you first open it up, and I look forward to seeing you guys on the next tutorials where we're gonna start getting more into like panels and all that stuff. So I'll see you guys later. Have a good one.